How's it going, everybody? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and we are counting down to Halloween. And what better way to do it than by dipping into the horrified monsters of Ravensburger Games. Now, for this video, you'll see today, I will be taking a trip to Greece and the Isle of Elysium and seeing if I can stop Medusa and the Cerberus from destroying the Isle. Then next week, you'll be seeing me go up against the Invisible Man and Frankenstein and the Bride. But that's next week. That's on All Hallows Eve. That's on Halloween. But now, let us go to the Isle of Elysium and see if I can stop these dreaded Greek mythological creatures from destroying the Isle. Welcome everyone to the Isle of Elysium, and as you can see, all Hades has broken loose. Now, in this game, I'll be playing as two heroes, the actor and the ranger, and we'll go over their abilities in just a little bit. They'll be taking on Medusa and the Cerberus. They have just been released from Pandora's box, and they are running amok all through Greece. Now, in this game, it plays similar to the other Horrified games, except for two main differences. Number one, each monster has 3 different icons on them. When their icons come up from the deck, they activate. Now, some monsters, you can see with the Cerberus and Medusa, they share the column symbol, which means if that symbol comes up on one of the monster cards, they'll both activate. Now, if also the Frenzied Monster symbol is on that card, then that monster will activate a second time. So it's definitely going to be a lot more troublesome messing with the Greek monsters. The second thing that is different in this game from all the other Horrifieds is that there are layers that you need to check out and explore throughout the game. Now, to do this, you'll go to the spot where the lair is, you'll pay 3 power of any color items, and then flip over that lair. Now, in this game, I need to find the stone garden for Medusa, and I need to find the underworld entrance for Cerberus, and that is one of these 4 tiles. However, there are 2 other tiles that can be discovered throughout the game, and if they're discovered, hey, good news, I found a lair. Bad news, it's not the one I need and I have to continue on. But that's the 2 main differences in the game. The objective is still the same. For the heroes, they must take out the monsters and stop them from running amok. For the villains, the monsters, if the terror level reaches to the skull here, the universe will sign a game over. Then the game is over and the monsters win. If the monster deck runs out of cards, the monsters win as well. Now, you might be wondering, I'm playing as one player. Why is this at 0 instead of 3? Well, I'm playing as 2 different characters. In a solo game, you would just go 1 hero against the monsters. But for this, I wanted to do 2 on 2. So I'm starting at 0, and to be honest, I'm going to need all the help I can get. But with that being said, let's go over what the monsters do and their objectives, and then we'll get into the gameplay. So let's get to it. So let's go over what we have to do to defeat these monsters. So for Medusa, we have to first get Medusa to run into 4 mirrors that are placed throughout the Isle. When to do that is we'll go to Medusa's location, wherever she's at, discard a orange item, and then that will push her a certain number of spaces equal to that item's power towards one of the mirrors. When she hits one of the mirrors, she'll stop moving, and then that mirror gets placed into the garden. After that's said and done, then step 2, once we collect all 4 mirrors, we need to reveal the statue garden and then lure Medusa there. Once we do that, we discard 6+ power of turquoise items, and then we'll be able to defeat her because she'll be in the garden, she will see her reflection, and she will turn herself into stone. Now, her ability, which is a pain in the butt to deal with, you get to choose a hero in her location and then move that hero to the temple furthest away from her. So, when the exclamation point is rolled on the die, if a hero is in a space with her, she could push them anywhere on the board, the furthest spot that is a temple. So in this game, we have Temple of Hades, Temple of Nyx, Temple of Athena, and Temple of Zeus. So let's say, for example, say if a character is here, that means my character will get pushed all the way back to the Temple of Zeus or the Temple of Athena. And you can count the spaces to see how far it's going to be. Further space, it's going to be a bum either way. You got to deal with it. Now, for the Cerberus, this one is also a pain, and I think this combo may give me trouble. So for the Cerberus, I need to find the underworld door in one of these 4 locations. When I do that, I can discard a blue item and roll 3 dice and use the turquoise item to re-roll a number of those dice. When I do, that will help me unlock the 5 locks that are on the gates to the Underworld. And I have to roll these combinations of die to get that taken care of. So for the main door, I need to roll 1 explanation point, be done. For this one, I need to roll 2 blanks, get it taken care of. Now, these outside ones are going to be tricky. Now, this one, 3 attacks. This one's 2 attacks, 1 blank. This one's 1 of each side. I have to clear all 5 of those out at the Underworld location. Once I'm able to do that, then I need to go to Cerberus' location once all 5 doors are unlocked, and use a turquoise item and move Cerberus that number of spaces equal to the item's power to get to the Underworld door and throw the pup back in the door and let Hades have fun with them. So those are the 2 objectives for these monsters. The big thing is this. So for its special power, it has Pay the Ferryman, which means I have to take the top card of the monster deck and put in the discard pile. This is already a ticking time bomb because once this runs out of cards, we lose the game. So with the Cerberus being able to activate that and flipping over cards, that means my time might be a lot shorter than I want it to be. Now, in the game, I'll be using 2 new heroes, the Actor and the Ranger. The Ranger is starting out at the Forest of the Dryads, and the Actor is starting out at Agora. So, with the Ranger, what they're able to do is that when the terror level increases, I get to draw a perk card. This ability is always in effect and does not take any actions. So it's basically like, for those of you who play Magic the Gathering and many other trading card games, it's a triggered ability. When this level goes up, perk cards will be drawn to help out the Ranger throughout the game. For the Actor, what they're able to do is that they can discard 2 item cards, or 2 item tokens, and pick 1 from the discard pile and keep it. So being able to get the color you need or to find a bigger power that you need for that color is definitely going to be worth it to try and get the Actor to definitely do more than just being a great thespian. Finally, we have the perk cards that have been dealt out already. We have the Power of Hera, which places a hero in any space, and the Arrival of Apollo, which lets you skip the next monster phase and draw 2 items from the bag and place them on the board. So, we have our heroes, we have our monsters, we have the board laid out, and now it is time to see if we can survive this attack from these Greek mythological monsters in Horrified Greek Monsters. Okay, we have everything set up, ready to go. We have the board, we have our monsters, we have our actors, we have our ranger, we have our dice, and now we have me, so we're ready to go. Okay, so we're going to start off with the actor activating as the first player, and I'm going to use this nice little die here to indicate which character is active so I can keep track of that. Okay, so the actor has 4 actions. There's nothing really going on here, and I need to start getting some items. So I'm going to go 1, pick up the urn for 2, then I'm going to go 3 and 4, so next turn I can get to here. Now, if this would have been 3 or more power, I could have went to here and then checked out that layer, but unfortunately it's only a 1, it's an urn, it's okay. So, that takes care of the actor's turn. I'm just going to go ahead and move this over to the ranger because now we go to the monster's turn. So the monster, Trickery is afoot. Alright, so no items go on the board. For each blue wing monster, you get to draw an item and place it on the board with that in the same space as that monster, but there's none of those here. Don't have to worry about it. But the Cerberus has a torch, so we have to move Cerberus 2 spots, and they're going to be attacking for 1. So we got 1, 2, and right off the bat, we have our rangers in trouble. All right, so 1 die is getting rolled. It's a blank. We're good. The ranger is safe for another day. All right, so we'll put this here, and now we go to the ranger's turn, and the ranger is going to do the right thing and run away. So we're going to go 1, pick up these 2 items for 2, go over here for 3, and then pick up these 2 items for the 4th action. So now I got a little bit of a buffer with the ranger, which is perfectly good. Now we move this die up here to the actor, because it'll be their turn next. But now we go to the next monster phase, and that monster phase is Fury. So no items get onto the board. Trigger each lightning monster's special power. So Medusa has the lightning. which would trigger the power, but it says choose a hero in Medusa's location. There is no monsters in Medusa's location. We are good. Now, we do have to mess with some stuff here because the frenzied monster and the monsters with the sword have to activate. So they'll move one, attack three. So basically, each one is going to move one and move one. And that's it. So we go from here. And now the actor will go on ahead and make their move. So we're going to go one here, pick up this item. Two, I'm going to use an action to see if I can find out what's here. So I'm going to discard this item we just picked up. Reveal this, and it is the Minotaur's Labyrinth. All right, so good news. We know it's there. Bad news, it ain't going to do me any good because now I can't use it. But at least now we know that's there, so that's one less thing we got to worry about. So now we have two more actions to go. So I am going to just go, I'm going to go 3, and we're going to go back here to Agora for now. So I'll go here, and now let's go to the monster phase. Anxiety. So 2 items will go onto the board. Those 2 items will be an item will go to the gymnasium, and an item will go to the stadium. And with that, place a blue helmet monster in the space with the hero with the most items. Don't have to worry about that, but Medusa will be moving another 1, going to the closest hero, which is definitely going to be my actor at this time. And then we go to the next phase, or next turn. So Ranger's got their turn. Ranger is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to discard an item. Let's go on ahead and we'll discard this blue item here that has power 4, and we'll see what this is. This is the Medusa Statue Garden. Okay, so now we have Medusa's Garden revealed. It's at Mount Iliad. We now have the objective. So now we just need to push this little sucker to the 4 mirrors and then get her to the garden. That's going to be easier said than done with the way this is going. All right, so 4 actions are taken care of. Now we go to the actor's turn after this card. Another Fury activates. So there are no items going on the board. Medusa will not trigger. She cannot flame the horse, even though I would love to see that happen. The horse goes straight to Temple of Athena, special delivery. But that can't happen, so Medusa's there. And then the Frenzied Monster and the ones with the sword will activate again. So Medusa's going to go here, and the Cerberus are going to go 1 step closer to the Ranger, trying to avenge what happened last time. And 3 dice will be rolled. Okay, so the actor only has one item that it can spare, so let's see what happens. Okay, so good news, I don't get hit. Bad news, the actor is getting flung somewhere. So it's the temple that's furthest away from Medusa. So let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely going to Temple of Athena is where the actor has been flung. All right, so it's now the actor's turn. Hey, there's an item. I'm going to pick that up. So 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. Good doggy. Don't attack me. We'll be okay. All right, next monster phase. Here we go. Havoc. So 2 items. You son of a gun. All right. So we're going to have 2 items hit the board. 1 for Agora, 2 for Agora. And each torch red symbol monster deals 1 damage to each hero and legend in their space. Heroes may discard items to save a legend. Okay, so I don't have any hero legends to defend, but I do take 1 damage. Good thing I picked up that little extra one. We're just going to use this urn to get it out of here. And none of the monsters will activate because there is no special green wings, turquoise wings on these monsters. So now we go to the Ranger's turn. And the Ranger, there's a lot of stuff to go for here. So what I'm going to do is that my actor, who I love so dearly, is going to use their power of Hera to discard so they can move the Ranger to a different area. So the ranger is going to go here before they're even their first action. So action 1, going ahead and take these 2 items here. Action 2, they're going to discard the bow and push Medusa into a direction with a mirror. So let's go on ahead and push her here. So it's going to be 1 push. She'll stop. That mirror gets gathered up. And this will go into this spot here. So that's the second action. Third action, she's going to be pushed here. Go here. Fourth action, she's going to use this ability once again. And she's going to use the helmet to push Medusa 3 spaces. So 1, 2, triggers, stops the movement, and this gets put there. So we're halfway to Medusa getting taken care of. Needless to say, she'll be a little bit upset with that, but that's perfectly fine. She'll be off the board hopefully sooner than later. So now we go to the actor's turn after this turn. Fudge a day. Alright, more havoc ensues in this game. So 2 items get put onto the board. Temple of Hades is getting an item, and Temple of Hades is getting an item. Go figure. Each monster with the red torch will once again deal 1 damage to each hero legend in their space. So my actor is taking yet another hit, but the good thing is that no other monsters will activate this turn. And now we go to the actor's phase, which his turn will just be him hauling out of there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I could have stopped there and picked that up, but I just want to go ahead and pick these up and then check out this location in just a minute. So that's the actor's turn. Now we go to the ranger's turn. Hey, we got a legend that's coming out. So Orion, 3 items will go onto the board. Those items will include a item at the necropolis. Gotta find where the necropolis is at here. It's right up there. All right. Then another item at the necropolis, and then an item in the vineyards. And we have Orion, our first legend, hitting the board. Let's see, where are you at, Orion? There we are. They will be at the ruins to start. And then they'll be wanting to go to the Temple of Hades, because I've heard it's a lovely place to visit this time of year. Alright, and finally, the Frenzied Monster and the Monster with the Lightning Bolts will go next. So that means Medusa is going to be activating twice. So, Medusa will go 1, 2, and get revenge on my Ranger with 2 attacks. So, attack number 1. Hits for 1. So there goes my mosaic. Oh well, it was a nice mosaic. And second attack, nothing happens. So, that is the end of that turn for her. And now, speaking of my Ranger, it is now their turn. So, we got some items here. Ooh, we got 5. I may go here. So, 1, 2, pick this up. 3, and then for my last action, I'm going to use this javelin to push Medusa 5 into a mirror. So let's go 1, 2, 3. She stops, gets this mirror from the battlefield, and it goes to the statue garden. And that ends the Ranger's turn, so this gets put up here. And now we go to the monster's turn. Confusion will be hitting the board. All right. So 3 items. Oh, this is going to suck so bad. Alright, so Bay of Ghosts will get an item. Stadium will get an item. And the Gaseous Swamp will get an item. So the Gaseous Swamp is down here. Next, turn a revealed lair face down. Then mix up all face down layers. Move the Frenzy Marker to the next monster. Okay, so we get to choose which layer is getting turned over. So let's turn over this Minotaur layer. So then this, and this will get mixed up. And I'm just going to show you here, try to not look at anything. I'm looking at the camera. Hello, people. How's it going? Everybody doing good? All right. And now we just put these back on the board. And there we go. And there we go. All right. So Frenzied Monster gets moved, so now the Cerberus is rabid, go figure. And now we have him to move 3 spaces and attack for 2 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Cerberus go either play, well, never mind. Cerberus is gonna go over here because I forgot that we have that gentleman just walked out of the ruins, and he doesn't get hit, but this top card in the monster deck goes to discard. So another turn for the monsters, closer to winning. All right, so that's the end of that. Now we go to the actor's turn. So first turn, actor will pick these items up, so they actually have something to do. Second turn, go here. Third, pick up this item. And fourth, we're going to check out that lair. So let us use, what's a good one to use? We'll use this 3 item here to flip this over, and this is the Chimera's Lair. No, okay, so we have the Chimera's Lair. That stinks. So the Underworld is somewhere here. I was really hoping that would have been it, but well, oh well. Lessons learned. Lairs do not like me. All right, so we've moved our turn marker to the Ranger, and now we go to the next card. 2 items get put on the board for the card Greed. And this is going to be a bad turn for our heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Because the Frenzied marker and the ones with the columns will be able to move. The middle part, don't have to worry about. None of the monsters match that color symbol. So now we move the Frenzied monster and the columns. They'll be doing their things twice for the Frenzied and once for them. So let's go ahead. Medusa is going to be the easiest one. She will go up here. Or actually, she'll come down. She'll go here. You can choose which way you want, but with this game, I'm not going to go, oh, she's here. I'm going to push her. I still have a ways to go because I need to get another orange item to get to that last mirror. So it's going to take a second for that one. Now, for the Cerberus, they get to attack Orion here on their first activation, since they're already there. And they will hit. This goes. This unfortunate legend is gone. Terror Track moves up 1, but we do get to draw a perk card for the Ranger, and that is the Might of Poseidon. Choose 1. Move each monster up to 2 spaces or each hero up to 2 spaces. All right, that's pretty cool. So we got a little bit of help with that. But unfortunately, Orion's gone. And Cerberus will stay there because it already would have moved, but now it just had a nice little snack, unfortunately. So now we go to the next turn, which is the Ranger. So the Ranger is going to go 1, pick up here for 2, but then I'm going to use, all these items are 2, so I'll have to use this one here. I'm going to check out this one. It's the, you suck. All right, so Minotaur's Labyrinth is there. So that means by the due process of elimination, we have the other layer down here we need to get to. So that was my 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to get down here and see if we can get that layer flipped and start working on this door. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And the monster's turn is Circe will be making her presence felt in the Isle. So we have an item going to the ruins. We have an item going to the Temple of Zeus. And we have an item going to the gymnasium. All right, so Circe, where you at, girl? All right, Circe will be at the vineyards to start. And the Frenzied Monster will be moving 1 space. So that's our Cerberus, so rough. All right, so that takes care of that. And now we go to the actor's turn. So the actor, being very disappointed with that little excursion, is going to go 1, 2, 3, and pick up a horse from the stables. That would probably be the most uneventful turn that actor has ever had, but it's okay because he acted well. All right, so now we go to the Ranger's turn after this monster activation. Death. 1 item we put on the board for the Gaseous Swamp. Move each column monster 2 spaces towards the player with the fewest items. So we have 3 items for the Ranger, 4 for the actor, so they're going to be moving 2 spaces closer to the Ranger. So they both just go 1, 2. And then there was no other movement because our monsters do not match that symbol. So we are fine and dandy on that. So now it's the Ranger's turn. The Ranger is going to go... Cersei wants to get to Mount Iliad. So we're going to go bring her up for 1 and then travel 2, 3, 4 to help see if we can save at least 1 legend before the day's out. And that will end that turn. We'll go to the actor and we flip. Another greed. So 2 items will hit the board. We'll have an item at the lighthouse and an item at the gymnasium. That gymnasium is getting loaded up. No monsters match that center, so we're good. But both monsters and the Frenzy monster and the column monsters will move 1 and hit for 3. So both of these will move over here. But then Cerberus will move an extra 1 because, well, it's frenzied. And now it's going to attack. I'm going to have it attack my Ranger because I don't want to lose Cersei in this exchange. I should have just let Cersei go. So the Ranger takes 3 hits. Why can't I do this against my wife? All right, so that takes care of that. And now we go to the next turn, which is the actor's turn. So with that... I'm going to need to do a little finagling, and I think I know what I'm going to do. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use the horse to horse kick Medusa into this mirror for the last action. That mirror gets taken, put onto the board here. And now we don't have to worry about that. We just need to get Medusa up here and discard 6+ of turquoise green items to get her off the board. And we can move her by the same way we've been moving her through step 1. Now, the big question is, do I want to skip the monster phase? I think the answer is yes. So we're going to use the arrival of Apollo to skip the monster phase and just put 2 items onto the board. Those 2 items are the necklace for the Temple of Athena, which is up here, and at the trading post, a coin. So, trading post. I'm still learning the layout of this board, so I hope you're enjoying me just like looking around like a dodo trying to figure out where stuff's at. Trading post is, where are you? No, it's a crossroads. Trading post is right there. Okay. That was exciting, wasn't it, boys and girls? All right, so that takes care of that. It is now the Ranger's turn. First turn for the Ranger. They're going to go up here to Mount Iliad. Take Cersei out of the game. So that means we get a perk card for the Ranger. And is the arrival of Dionysus. Draw and place 1 item. You may place your hero or monster in that item space. All right, so we're gonna take our chances with that. So let's go ahead and use it. Because we still got 3 movement we can do. And if I can draw an item that gets me down here close to this, that'd be really nice. And that is at the stadium. All right. So it's not bad, but you know what? I'm going to place my Ranger there at the stadium. So second action, pick these items up. Third action, go to the gymnasium. And then finally pick up these items. So the Ranger is well stocked compared to the not having anything at all at last go around. Okay, so now it's back to the monster's turn. Regularly scheduled chaos, and that is Jason will be hitting the board at the lighthouse. So 3 items we could put on the board. So we have 1 going to the ruins, 1 going to the forest of the Dryad, and 1 going to Agora. So those are there. And Jason, where are you, Jason? You are getting put at the lighthouse. Jason wants to go to the port. And the monsters will activate. So Medusa will move 1 here, because I'll be close to that. And the frenzied monster is moving 1 as well. Hey, it's a party at the battlefield. My actor may die. All right, so 2 dice will be rolled. So first, Medusa will go against the actor. Nothing. Next, Cerberus will go against the actor. Hey, 2 hits. God, I can't wait to bash this pup. So these two items will go. And it will be the actor's turn, and the actor will definitely be making their way out of here. And let's just go ahead and move this Jason card to the side. Okay, so what am I going to do? Let's go ahead and move the actor 1, 2, pick up this for 3. And then, let's see, what does the Ranger have here? Ranger's got a lot, but not much as far as green to go for that. So, I am going to have my actor This is very tricky because I want to move the actor, but I think I may have to let him stay. So we will let the actor stay there for now and see what happens. So we're going to move that here, and now we go to the monster phase. The monster phase is Daedalus will be hitting the board. So 3 items will be hitting the board. We have a horse at stables. We have a sling at Odeon. Where is Odeon at? There we go. And then we have the Acropolis getting a scroll. Daedalus will then be hitting the board. They will be going to the statue of Talus. They want to go to the Acropolis, which is all the way up there. Each monster on the board will be moving 1 space and attacking for 3, but they're both just going to be doing this and just staying there at the crossroads. All right, so now we go to the Ranger's turn. The Ranger's got a lot of stuff to do. So first off, the Ranger is going to move 2 extra spaces. We're going to get this Ranger going. So 1, 2 for that move. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And let's go on ahead and activate this son of a gun here using the 1 here to activate. So now we have the Underworld door. So we have all 4 layers explored, and now we get to start working on this starting next turn. Speaking of next turn, let's move that and go to the next one. Arachne will be on the board, so 3 more items get on the board. So we have 1 going to the Temple of Zeus, 1 going to the Trading Post, and then 1 going to the battlefield. And Arachnia will be hitting the board here at Odeon. They want to go to the Temple of Athena, which isn't too bad of a trek. But the Frenzied Monster will be moving 1 and attacking 2, so Cerberus will be attacking my actor. Alright, so 2 will be rolled. A hit and a mill. So top card gets put there, and I'll be taking a hit. So let's go ahead and get rid of the, I guess it doesn't matter either one. We'll get rid of this one here. I don't like that because I was going to be able to do some stuff with Medusa, but it's okay. So we got that, and now we go on to the actor's turn. So the actor, I do believe, we got here, we got a little bit extra there. So I think what I'm going to need to do on the actor's turn, as long as Medusa stays, I can go up here, get these items, trade out next turn, and then I should be able to move Medusa here and get her. I think, but we'll find out. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll go ahead and take these 2 items for the actor. Move this down, and now it is Monster's turn. Obsession. So 2 will be put onto the board. So 1 at the vineyards and 1 at the trading post. Next, move each hero and legend 2 spaces towards the monster with the chalice symbol closest to them. So that means, heck, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the legend. Yep, this hero even goes 1, 2. All of them moving towards Medusa because they want to take her out. But no other monsters activate. We are good for the turn. So now the Ranger gets to go. And I don't want to be there. So the Ranger is going to go 1 to pick this up, just to make sure. 2. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back. Rewind. Let me actually take care of this guy. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going ahead and put him off the board. So we saved 1. The perk card is an Arrival of Apollo. Skip the next monster phase. Oh, we are so doing that. And then for the 4th action, going ahead and pick this up for the Ranger. So move that. I'm going to use this to place 2 items on the board and skip the next monster phase. And the Bay of Ghost will be getting an item, and the Statue of Talus will be getting an item. And actually, they did not move, so I need to go up. Make it fair, because I forgot they were right there. All right. So now we go to the actor's turn, because I just skipped everything. So the actor has a lot of that power, but they don't have much turquoise to go with. So we are going to get this one out of the way. So 1, 2, 3. Save this one. Draw a perk card for him. Spend 1 item of each color and lower the terror level by 1. That's pretty cool. So you can lower the terror level if you need to. All right, I will keep that handy. So it's 3 actions. The 4th action will be to get this item here. And now we go to the monster phase. The Ranger will be up next. And the monster phase, EO. So 3 items will be hitting the board. And EO will be going to the Temple of Zeus. And the Frenzied Monster will be activated. So we have 1 for Odeon. We have 1 for the Forest of the Dryads. Oh, not you, you. And 1 for the Ruins. That's not you, Toy. You can move in a sec. So Cerberus is just going to move here as the Frenzied Monster, and we're going to get EO onto the board at the Temple of Zeus. All right, so now it's the Ranger's turn. The Ranger can take out Medusa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not yet. So what we're going to do, 1, pick up this for 2. 3, pick up these for 4. My Ranger is stacked. They are not getting taken out anytime soon. All right, so move here, and now we go to the next monster phase. Sharon. So 3 items. Do I have 3 items left in the bag? Feels like it. Maybe. Yep. 3 items are going to be going onto the board. So we have 1 at the lighthouse. We have where lighthouse is. 1 at the vineyard, and 1 at the Mount Iliad. So there we go. And Sharon will be put onto the Acropolis area, and they want to go to the Temple of Nyx. And the Frenzied Monster again is going to be moving 1. Unfortunately, it will be moving towards this one right here. 2 dice to be rolled, and it's a hit. This one taken out. Terror level goes up, but a perk card gets drawn for the Ranger, and that is the Harvest of Demeter. Each player draws and places 1 item on the board. All right, so that'll be coming in handy very soon. So that takes care of that, and now we go to the actor's turn, which the actor is still a little ways away from taking out Medusa, but it's okay. So we'll go 1 here, draw this for 2, 3, and 4. Take this. So if Medusa activates, I can lure her up there, and then the Ranger can come in and just knock her out, possibly. So we're going to move this back down here onto the Ranger. I know the Ranger's getting all covered up, but it's okay. Because now we go to the monster phase. And the monster phase is another obsession. So 2 items get put onto the board, and everybody will be getting drawn closer to Medusa. So Forest of the Dryads will get 1, and Odeon will get 1. And 1, 2, 1. Do we have any heroes on the board? Yes, we do. So 1, 2, and 1, 2 for Legends. Nobody activates. We're good. So now we go to the Ranger's turn. The Ranger can take out Medusa. So For the first action, using an orange item to move Medusa up to the statue. That's the first one. Second action here, and the third action. Oh no, can I not do that one? Oh no! It all went wrong. Three. Okay, so I'll have to do one extra thing. So can't go there yet. So that was the first. With this game, you can trade with people, but unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to be able to help out right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want to like mess up with the actor. So that's the first action there. 2, 3, 4, and then I'll be able to get her next turn. So we'll just go with that. So, or I've already done it. All right. So now let's go to this. Atlanta. I just want to quote Atlanta and just be done with it. Atalanta will be going to the Temple of Athena. 3 items will be hitting the board. And the Cerberus will be going twice because it's the Frenzied Monster and it is the symbol is matching on there. So, we have an item for Temple of Athena. We have an item going to Mount Iliad. You suck. And then we have an item going to the port. Actually, that's not bad because that'll actually work for the actor because I actually could actually take him out. So, the monster Cerberus will go here. And 2 attacks. I'm going to say both of them are going at the Ranger to try and save my Ranger a bit. Alright, so first attack. 1 hit on the Ranger. So the Ranger will be taking this hit. And then the second hit for the Ranger. The top card gets me. Oh, no. Alright. So we're down to basically 6 monster turns. Will that be enough to actually take out Cerberus? Oh, let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so it's the actor's turn. Let's do it. Actor's going to go up here for 1. Get this for 2, and then use 6 points of items to take out the dreaded Medusa. So Medusa is gone. They are taken off the board. So now we got to worry about Cerberus. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Because now I need to make my way to here and start working on this to get everything taken care of. All right, let's do it. Monster turn. Midas will be hitting the board. So Midas will be going to the trading post. 3 items will be put onto the board. So we got 1 item. And we ran out of items. Now I need to put all these items back in the bag. And try not to make a mess off camera. Because that would be excellent quality content for all of you fine people that have stuck into this game so far. 2 more. We've got an item going to the Gaseous Swamp, item going to Temple of Hades, and an item going to the Agora. And Midas is already on the board. And the Frenzied Monster will be attacking my Ranger with 3. Oh my. Ah, no. This is not looking good. Not looking good at all. So it's the Ranger's turn. The Ranger is going to hoof it down here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn, they can start activating this because they got a lot of blue where they can get this taken care of. So now it's going to be the actor's turn. Monster phase after we clear off this card. Cruelty. Discard 3 items, raise the terror level by 1. If you don't, all heroes may contribute and the Frenzied Monster gets to move. Alright, so Gymnasium, Temple of Hades. Gymnasium, this will go up 1 because we're not discarding any items, and this actually lets us draw a perk card thanks to the Ranger, and that is the Speed of Hermes. Move a hero up for all, move a hero 4 spaces. Alright, we can do this. We can do this. Frenzied Marker is going to stay with Cerberus. They will move 2, so they'll go right here to our actor, and then attack for 1. Nothing happens. Perfect. Okay, so that takes care of Cruelty, and we're down to 3 more. All right, so we have the actor moving. So 1, get these for 2. Can't lure him down here yet, which is a shame. So, gotta figure out how we're going to do this. Because I can't let him hit anything. Because if he does, he can mill these cards a little bit faster. So maybe I shouldn't have moved down there. But you know what? I've done it. It's all good. So we moved 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep close to there. All right, so move down here. And now let's go to this. Or actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I can actually move because of that. So let's give it a try, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got 3 turns left. Let's go. Death. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, so this is actually going to help us out. 1 item gets put onto the battlefield. And then the monsters with the column symbol get to move 2 spaces towards the player with the fewest items. They're both here, so he goes 1, 2. All right, and nothing else happens. Now it's the ranger's turn. The ranger needs to do a lot of work for 4 turns. So we have 1, 2, 4 blue items to activate on this gate. So let's start going. Activation number 1, discarding this to see if we can take out a piece of the gate. If I can do this, I'll be very surprised. So I can discard a turquoise item to re-roll if I want to, but I think in this case, I'm going to use this result to get rid of this piece of the gate. So any piece will do. So next activation, we'll get rid of this one. 2 blanks and a hit. We'll use those 2 blanks to get rid of this one. Now, number 3. 3 hits. Get rid of this one. And number 4. This is a big one. Let us discard a turquoise item to get rid of a reroll 1. All right, cool. So we got rid of these. 4 rolls. My ranger is awesome. But now we got 2 more. We got a little bit more to go, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what can happen. The actor has 1 obstacle left. The actor can get this on his turn. We're good. Let's see what happens with the monster turn, though. Despair. Yep. Oh, no! Crap! All right. So 1 item gets put on the board. Temple of Nyx. And then they move 3 spaces close to a legend. You suck. All right. So the closest legend is Chiron here. So it's 1, 2, 3 to Chiron. But nothing's going to happen with that. Okay. So we're down to the last 2 turns. All right, we can still do this. It's the actor's turn. The actor's going to try and get rid of this last piece. And we might be able to do it this turn. We can do it this turn. It depends on what the actor can do. Actor's got 3 shots at this gate because we can move them with Speed of Hermes for the 4th action to use our item to move Cerberus down here to win. Oh, no, it's the other item. It's the other color. Shoot. He moved, and that's going to be a problem. Nah, it's not as big of a problem. We'll still do this. All right, so number 1, we do this. Discard an item for the actor. See if we can roll this combo. I'll discard this turquoise item. No, no, can't do it. I'm going to save that. So second time. Actually, no, I can't do that. Because, no, I'll save it. So let's go ahead and do this, because I could have picked that up. It's okay. Second item. We got it. All right, so that takes care of this last piece. We got 2 moves left. So the 3rd action, we're going to pick this up for these 3 items. Then we're going to use the Speed of Hermes, thanks to the Ranger, to move my actor 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the last one, they're going to use the engraved gem to move Cerberus. 1, 2, 3. As long as nothing happens with this, we can win next turn. But let's find out, shall we? Heart-stopping moment. Here we go. Despair. Ah, you... Oh, that sucks. That really stinks, guys. So one item gets put on the board. Be it the Statue of Talus. Cerberus moves back. 1, 2, 3. And they won't attack. But unfortunately for our heroes, it is the Ranger's turn. And the Ranger cannot get up there in 4 spaces. There's no reason to reduce the terror level. And there is no reason to place items on the board because there is no cards to draw, because the Cerberus activating this Pay the Ferryman several times during the game has officially made it to where our heroes have failed Greece. So we saved Greece from Cerberus. The Isle of Elysium is safe from Medusa, but Cerberus unfortunately is still going to be wandering around, but we were so close to getting them out of the board and win the game. But you know what? That is how it happens sometimes on this game. Sometimes you think you're doing very well, and then you have the turn of a card that can basically kick you in the butt if you don't watch out. But ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Cerberus still reigns in the Isle of Elysium, and who knows what will happen next time when I have a chance to go against these mythical creatures of Greek mythology. I lost. It did go to show that the heart of the cards were not with me in this game. I guess I should have played it in Egypt. I would have had a better shot. It does show that in this game that the tide can turn by the flip of the card. I had everything won. Cerberus was going to be able to go back to the Underworld and face the wrath of Hades for escaping. But unfortunately, the pup ran away and I couldn't get to it in time. But you know what? That's the great thing about Horrified and the Horrified games in general, is that there's all sorts of twists and turns and you don't know what's going to happen around the corner. And you may think that you have everything lined up, ready to go, and then something happens and all of your plans fall apart. But that's all right, because next week I go against the Invisible Man and Frankenstein the Bride, and we'll see what happens then. But thank you all so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let everyone know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs, especially during the Halloween season. So until next time, everyone, stay safe and take care, my friends.